Alright, so welcome back everybody. I have my voice back, finally. So what we're going to do here is give this a wax and grease clean. You would have seen just previously, I hot washed it again and gave it a good scrub. So we're basically back to a clean skin. So let's give this a good once over with the wax and grease remover, prime it and start getting some color in it. Alright, so I'm just going to hit the surface with some primer on all through the engine bay. I'm not really going to tape anything up. This throttle steering cable, I'll just be able to keep out of the way. I actually want to paint the face of the shaft, so I'm not too fussed about taping that up because I want this to all be the one colour inside. Let's see how we go.
guys, third final coat. Sorry you can't hear me and I sound like Darth Vader, but this primer surfaces stuff is horrible. I don't smell much because of my sense of smell. Let me take this mask down a bit. But this stuff is properly intense, so hence why I'm wearing this. You can't see it, but a full-on mask. Alright, final coat of primer. Alright, so quick update. We've got our gloss black done inside. I just shot the last coat on it. I'm just going to wait for it to sit for a few minutes, and then when it's ready, I'm going to put on the, I'm going to shoot clear on it just to really seal it and get it to where it needs to be. So that's where we're at the moment. Sorry I'm muffled, I've got my mask on because it stinks, this stuff. So anyway, I'll shoot some clear and we'll come back and we'll have a look. So I've just shot my last coat of clear. I'll let that flash off and then we'll come back and see what it's like in a minute.
All right, so after a long sort of process today, it's currently 7:30 at night. So really happy with how the engine bay came up. There was, you didn't see it particularly in the, I guess, the time that it did it, because I couldn't really film it, unfortunately, with GoPros and paint. I didn't really want to paint my GoPro lens, but there was 3 coats of primer went on. So the first one being the most important. So you would have seen in the time lapse, I waxed and greased, removed the whole thing, wiped that down, hit it with the air gun, vacuumed, and then gave it another good wipe, which I thought was imperative to make sure we had really good bond between each layer. So 3 layers of the surface primer or surface primer. Then there was 3 coats of acrylic black or jet acrylic black, and then 4 coats of the clear. I put a clear coat over the whole thing just for another added layer of protection. Did I have to do it? Probably not really, but I decided to. Had the paint gun and everything out. Now, normally if you clear, you can then wet sand, polish, and you'll get a glass finish. Now, obviously, given the application here, I could achieve that, but I'm not going to. There's too many issues with ridges and that sort of thing in the surface. But how does it come up? I'm going to turn the camera around and you'll see how it came up. Now, it does look in some spots directly under where the motor and the fuel tank sit to be a bit rough, in the way of the actual surface is rough, and it is. I could have gone to the effort of sanding the fiberglass down, but that is another process in itself of sanding and cleaning and the dust and that sort of thing. And I really don't think it's necessary in this case, because as much as I really want this to look amazing, when you take the bonnet off, you're never going to see that area. So I'll flip the camera around and I'll give you a couple of slow shots and you can have a look at the progress that we made today. Alright, so as you can see there, it came up pretty good. Super happy, and I think although this video was quite short, I had to keep it short just because of time restraints and the like. And also painting a small area like this, once you shrink it down and you edit the footage, I guess it's like a couple of coats dry, a couple of coats dry, but like I said, I couldn't. I didn't want to have the GoPro sitting in here with when I had, you know, black paint and the clear coat going off. Like, this shed as it is at the moment, as you can see, is a mess. I apologize, that's going to change. But also that primer that I was using, I think you might have heard me say it with a mask on, it was horrific, the smell. I don't have a great sense of smell to start with, but that stuff was next level toxic smelling. So anyway, that's it. By the time you see this, I'll be sitting somewhere warm, hopefully. But I'm really happy this is done. Great step forward. Now we can really get stuck into the outside of this, which will be a bit of a lengthy video, I hope, with all the bits and pieces done to it. So like I said, thanks for watching, everybody. Really appreciate it. The next video you see, this is going to be an awesome change. We're really going to sort of start to get into how this ski is going to look with this sort of... The engine bay is a bit of a hint of the colour scheme that's going to happen, plus some cool little highlighted extras. So thank you, everyone. Have a great week, and I'll see you soon.